Thursday the 11th. Yep.
Thursday the 11th. Okay.
And most places have a ceremony 11/11 on 11.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. So you know what? You know, if you're interested in things like that, certainly take a look at your community calendar, and I'm sure you could find something. Waterbury's got to have it.
Yeah,
Right?
Waterbury usually does it at the Monument on the Green.
Okay.
Oakville does it at the Green by CBS.
Okay.
And I think the Watertown VFW is doing it up at Veterans Park this year.
Okay. And I'm sure Woket would be the town hall, the Woket Green.
Yeah.
So.
Wherever
All right, we actually got a phone ringing. Beautiful. Actually, you know what? I gotta get this. It looks like it's my father and calling from Florida. Dad, is this you?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness! Welcome to the show. Hang on, let me get you some volume. Can you hear us?
It is. Oh, thank
Dad, you know what you need to do?
Congratulations on getting your show back.
Yeah, you know you're gonna have to turn down the volume on your computer because then you won't be able to hear Marty and I.
Oh, at least I get to.
Yeah, because I hear myself in the background.
It's kind of hard, you know.
Yeah. So anyways, this is my dad calling from Florida. So Al, it's obviously working. If you want to throw up the YouTube feed just to kind of show everybody whenever you get a chance, my dad is actually calling in from Northport, Florida. That's
Nice.
wonderful. Yeah. I just want to say that you can now watch us on YouTube. And what you do is in the space bar, you just type in Sky, space, cable, space, 13. And then you can find Sports Talk right along the side there somewhere. And then you know what? We're going to be on. You know, last week's show was supposedly on there. And moving forward, we're all going to be there.
My granddaughter checked it out.
That's awesome.
Tuesday afternoon after they got out of
That's
school.
awesome. Dad, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Nice
awesome.
seeing you guys. I'm glad you finally got back together again.
You know what, Dad? It is amazing. I can't wait for you to come back and check it out. You know, I mean, we have the best set now. We're actually sitting. Where are we sitting today?
We're in the Skybox in Chicago.
Yes. Actually, the game's in Pittsburgh tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So we're sitting in the Skybox at Pittsburgh, Heinz Field right now. That is our backdrop. We're talking to you in Florida. It doesn't get any better than this. And we're actually sitting in Waterbury, Connecticut, you know?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's so nice seeing you guys, too, you know?
Yeah. And it's always great hearing from you. What's going on down in Florida? Anything good?
Well, it is good. You know, the thing that I was really happy about last week was our Atlanta Brave home team, our world champions.
Yes.
We're going to have world championship banners here in Northport.
Nice.
Come spring.
Yeah, now what my dad is talking about, for those of you who don't know, and I think I told you, Marty, the AA, is it AA or single A? Oh, actually, it's the Grapefruit League.
The fun team, yeah. It's the fun team.
It's
no,
the
it's not the fun team,
low A.
it's them. Because we have the Port Charlotte, we have the Rays, and Northport, now we have the Braves.
Yes, that's what I was trying to spit out. They literally have spring training now. The Braves have a brand new stadium right around the corner from my parents. And then if you go down, it depends. When you come out of their park, you either take a left to the Braves or a right to the Rays. It's awesome. It really is cool. And you know, we've yet to be at the new stadium, but I'll tell you what, it's incredible. I saw it from the outside. Wow. And then they use it during the regular season for single A ball. Is that right, Dad? Florida State League ball? Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on there. It's Cool Day Park.
Yeah.
Cool Today Park.
Cool Today Park. Yeah. Yeah. You know, now, Dad, did you have any? I mean, obviously, I know you love baseball as well, but I mean, were you really rooting for the Braves, or were you just kind of like, ah?
Absolutely. I hate the Astros, number one.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And secondly, they are going to be our neighbors.
Yes. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, the Yankee farm team's just a little too far away. Was it an hour?
Yeah. Tampa.
They come down.
Yeah, right. They come down, right, so you can see them on the way. Right,
yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
but it's an hour up to Tampa from your dad's, right?
We'll probably see him at Cool Day Park, too.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, while I'm thinking about it, and Marty's is obviously the Giant fan here, were you able to watch the Raiders just be awful against the Giants?
No, we weren't able to get them here. I don't know why I can't get the Raiders. Anything about the AFC West, we don't get anything. I can't believe it.
Okay, it's all regional stuff,
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, I
Yeah.
had to watch NFL Network to just catch the highlights because the 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 streaming system I have gives you only channel 3 out of Hartford.
Gotcha.
So I got stuck with the Patriots. So
Yeah.
I had to watch the NFL Network in order to at least watch somewhat live feeds of.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but okay. Hey, and Dad, so believe it or not, every single week I get stuck with the Giants. This week they did not play the Giant game. Instead, they played the Cowboys and the Denver Broncos, which, I mean, I just shut it off, which was good. So I didn't watch that game. But, thank God I didn't spend the money to go watch that game. The Raiders lose again down in New York when they have winnable games. 2 years ago I went, Marty, I don't know if you remember. Dad, I don't know if you remember. I went down there. I spent like $200 on a bus trip. And then I watched them get whipped by the Jets, who were just a horrible team at the time. Telling you, people are saying, "Oh, the Raiders are so good." The Raiders are not that good. They're mediocre at best.
Well, if you look at the Raiders right now, they are so dysfunctional.
They are. They're very dysfunctional.
I mean, you lost your receiver to
Yep. To
DWI.
Yep. To DUI. Yep.
you lost your head coach.
Yep. To just stupidity. To
I
his own stupidity.
I just saw a feed on Google News that they're getting ready to cut one of their cornerbacks because he was doing some stupid thing, waving a gun and screaming
boy.
obscenities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a dysfunction. They moved to Vegas and they're just as dysfunctional as they were when they were in Oakland.
Right. Dad, you still there?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Love the show.
what's that?
I don't want to hold you guys up, but
Okay.
have a great time. Enjoy the show, and nice seeing you again. We'll see you soon.
You know what, Dad? Thank you so much for calling. I'm glad that you're able to watch it down there. It's awesome. And please, we're going to be here obviously Monday, 7 o'clock. Anytime you'd like to join in, you're more than welcome. And can't wait to see you again on December 1st.
Yeah, can't wait for you to get home.
Okay, with you guys. Marty, nice seeing you again, too.
Hey, and Dad, happy Veterans Day to you, too. No, we must have lost him. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's very tough being a Raider fan these days. Oh, Mark, you there? Oh, wow, the phone's ringing. Mark, you there? Hello? Oh. Mark, you there? Oh, jeez. Listen, as you can tell, we're still having some issues with the phones here, and maybe it's Marty and I. We're definitely a little
No, it
rusty.
just went out.
Yeah, we're definitely a little rusty here, so I hear it ringing.
The whole phone went out.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and I think that's my brother calling. So listen, Mark, you know what? We're trying. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, hang on.
Mark, you there?
Mark, you there?
I'm here.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go.
Good job, Marty. Mark, thank you so much for calling in. We were literally on the line with Dad. I don't know if you're watching the show, but Dad is
I
actually...
was watching. I was watching on the live YouTube feed.
That's awesome. It's awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, it is.
YouTube. And you know what? I forgot to mention, Mark, hold that for 1 second. I forgot to mention, too, you can also watch it live on Sky Cable 13, which is on the air right now. And basically, you just type it in, SKYE CABLA 13.
Yeah, I know last week I was having some trouble getting it with the Uverse or the AT&T service that I have through Frontier.
Right.
It wasn't coming up, and this week, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even check to see if I could find it.
Okay.
I just went right to the live YouTube feed.
It's awesome. Hey, you know what? We're being seen on YouTube. That's all that matters. To
Yeah.
me. I don't care if it's two fans, my brother and my father. I don't even care.
You gotta call your buddy. You gotta call your buddy in Japan now.
Yes, he's next. My buddy in Japan hopefully will be watching next week, depending. But he's 13 hours ahead, so it'll be 8 o'clock
14.
in the morning. 14, right?
14
yeah,
hours
no,
ahead,
then he
yeah.
has no excuse. Okay, he has no excuse. All right, so Mark, what's going on? What are you thinking?
I know you guys were talking a little bit about football, and
Yeah.
that really a bad performance by the Raiders, or if you also want to look at what I think is probably a pretty good Giants performance, and the times I've seen the Giants this year, they do look as though they're a team that can contend.
You know what?
Not winning some of these games, but they're there.
You know, I think their defense is good. Would you agree, Mark?
Yeah, their defense looked good. I mean,
Yeah.
just trying to figure out what their offense is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think it's time to move on from Danny Dimes. I hate to say it, though, because they've given him, this is his third
This
year.
is his third year.
Yeah.
And his third offensive coordinator. His third offensive coordinator.
All right, point taken. But, you know, the thing is so what do? You keep stability and continue to lose? It doesn't work in New York.
No, but you can't keep changing the quarterback and you can't keep changing the coach when your general manager has not, in the 5 years he's been there, fixed the main problem with the offense of the Giants. He has done nothing to figure out how to fix the offensive line.
Right.
I mean, the offensive line played decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you,
Yes, sir.
all I saw was that the Raiders were driving down, and there was like a strip sack.
Yeah.
On like the 20-yard line. The Raiders are going in for the win, or it was the win or the tie, either way. And you know what? I felt so bad for a couple of my buddies, big diehard Raider fans. And they went down to the game. Oh, we're gonna win. And I said, you know what? I just didn't like it. You know what, Mark? I didn't like it. I got to be honest with you.
Well, they always say West Coast to East Coast at 1 o'clock time. 90% of the time, the team coming east loses.
Right.
So I mean, is that part of the reason why they lost? Maybe, but
Right.
It does fall in the pretense of 90% of the time, team coming east loses. So
Right. Mark.
Well, I'd have to say, I think the Giants are, they could easily be a 5-3 team, right? Or what do we?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
could-
I think they're 3-5 right now.
They're 3 and
but,
6.
They're 3-5 right now.
No, they're
I
3
think
and 6
this
right
is a
now.
team that could be 5-3.
Yeah, there's
With a couple of breaks.
right. Marty's right. They're 3 and 6, and their bye week is this week.
Yes.
They could have been 4 and 5. There was 2 games they were in that they should have won and they lost.
Okay.
Yeah. The Cowboy game, right?
Cowboy game
Yes,
was
the
one of them.
Cowboy game was one of them. Hey, you know what, Mark, while I have you on the air, tonight's game, Chicago at Pittsburgh, I'm sure last year it looked like a good matchup. The Bears are coming in 3 and 5. Pittsburgh are currently 4 and 3. What do you guys think? Marty, go ahead first.
Well, if you look at it right now, if Pittsburgh can win, it puts them in a major look at the playoffs. I mean, because the Browns are 5 and 3, the Bengals are 5 and 3. You'll be 5 and 3. I mean,
No. It'll definitely help the Steelers. I'd have to say the Steelers should beat the Bears. I know.
So where's the game?
It's at Pittsburgh.
It's at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I definitely say Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
well, I would have
I
thought.
have not been impressed with the Bears the times I've seen.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're going with the rookie quarterback Justin Field, and I think they're going to stick with him. I mean, he's shown some poise, but they have Andy Dalton sitting there on the sideline, and I think, you know what? Do you want the wins or do you want the experience? And I think they're gonna run with Justin Fields getting some NFL experience. I don't know.
I mean, is Dalton gonna really get you a Super Bowl championship?
He hasn't yet for anybody.
He hasn't for anybody.
Right.
I mean, he's good enough in the regular season to get you to the playoffs, and he normally, if I remember right, I don't think he's won a playoff game. I think he's
don't
lost
think he
every
has.
playoff game he's
Yeah,
been in.
I don't think he has either.
He's good enough to get you to the playoffs, but when he gets there, he just can't get it done. So I mean,
Right.
yeah, you just want to make the playoffs and lose, yeah, put him in.
Right. Mark, I know that, hey, the only shot I get against you tonight in our fantasy, my brother and I are playing in the fantasy football league today, is that I need the Pittsburgh defense to get me like 22 points, which is not going to happen. So congratulations on your win. What's that?
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, you know
All they
what?
got to do is shut out the Bears.
Yeah, but it's weird. The way our thing, you can get minus points for the defense. Our league is different this year, and I still can't figure it out. I've had a couple of weeks where my defense has gotten me minus points. So I can't imagine I can get 22 points unless they score a couple of pick sixes and, a couple of fumble recoveries and a couple sacks. Maybe it'll happen, but Mark, I was praying that the Cooper Kupp was going to get shut down last night against Tennessee, and that didn't happen.
Well, he actually kind of did. He really didn't produce what he ordinarily does, but
Yeah.
he did. He was the target. He always is the target, and got a bunch of receptions, so therefore got the points.
Yeah, we didn't score
I
any
did want
points.
to, Marty, to your point, I was just going to say, in terms of the AFC and the playoff picture, it is so wide open.
Really is.
AFC.
I agree.
And when you talk about Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, now the Patriots are back in the mix.
They are?
Yeah.
The Patriots
Buffalo
are.
fell out of the big position
Yep.
yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, 9-6 loss. I was like, what are you kidding me?
Josh Allen tackled Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you look at the AFC West. That's
yeah.
becoming a real cluster over
Yeah,
there.
it really is.
What are they all 5-3 or 5-4?
Fought its way back in. I still think that Kansas City
point.
team is the team to beat.
You know, but they looked horrible yesterday. If you watched the 4:30 game, I mean, you know, they should be whipping the Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know, I think
I agree, but that team is going to catch fire.
yes.
And it's going to catch fire at the right time, and it's going to be a hard team to beat.
That's what I've been telling people. Great point, Mark, is that, you know what, when Mahomes gets hot and they get healthy or whatever, that team could rip off 6-7 wins in a row.
Easy.
You know? And it's going to be interesting this year because we never even talked about it. There's a 17th game this year in the season. And there's not going to be any 500 teams making the playoffs anymore. They might be below 500, but there's going to be some 9-8 teams, 8-9 teams that are still going to be in the hunt.
The Giants are making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they may. You never know.
Think about
Anyways,
it.
I'll let you guys get some other phone calls in if people are calling.
All right.
Keep up the good work, guys. I'd love to hear your opinion on the playoff in both conferences.
Yeah, okay. Mark, thank
Have a
you
great
so much.
night,
for
guys.
calling. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling, bro. I love you. All right.
If you look at it, the Giants have Tampa Bay
Right.
when they come out of the break.
Okay, right. Monday Night Football at the Bucks.
Then they got Philadelphia, the Cowboys,
Yeah.
Washington, Philadelphia.
Right, again. Right. Yeah, so they need to win these
Yeah,
games.
but basically, after the Bucks, every single game they got left after that are all winnable games.
Right.
So if they lose to the Bucks, that makes them 3-7. If they run off the rest, they finish 10-7.
Wow. Hey, you know what? And it's gonna be weird seeing a team 10-7, but hey, we've got
10-7 may win the conference.
yeah, we've got 17 weeks of football this year. And you know, I didn't miss the preseason at all.
No.
You know?
And the other, well, remember, one year we had the Rams win the NFC West, and they had a losing record.
Right.
So it's happened.
Right. Marty, I gotta skip back real quick, and then we'll get back to whatever you want to talk about. NASCAR, because I know you don't care, and most people aren't there, but I do. The NASCAR champion this year is Kyle Larson. Got his 10th win of the season.
Good for him.
Yep. And he won the race, so obviously he won the championship over the other four, which was Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott. Marty, I know you're happy about this because they all had wins going in. They were all legitimate. Kyle Larson ended the season with 10 wins and 20 top 5 finishes.
Now, how did the other ones finish in the race?
You know, it's the craziest thing because they ended up Truex Jr. second, Hamlin third, and Chase Elliott fourth. As far as I remember, the thing was when I looked it up this morning, I wrote down the standings and I said, you know what? I think that's exactly how they finished, but I'm not positive about that.
But they all came. Let's put it this way: they all came in 1 through 4.
Yes, I believe so.
If they all came in 1 through 4, that would I think that might have been a first.
You know, the craziest thing is I'm wrong because Kevin Harvick was third or fourth, and then one of them was fifth. So I think they all came in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I watched the end of the race. I just didn't write it down, and then this morning I was hurrying and I wrote it down, but I just called up the final standings.
Mm-hmm.
So Marty, I know you're psyched about this, but NASCAR is back. February 20th, 2022 for Daytona 500. So, yes, you get your break. What's left of November, what's left of December, and January. And so,
Most of February.
Yeah, racing will be back in 4 months. So,
Yeah.
I know you're psyched about that. But in the meantime,
Baseball will be back too at that time.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing, Marty. I'm thinking about it. I was looking at, I love hockey, but hockey's back now. NBA is back now. The seasons are too long. Baseball, November 1st, we finally had a champion.
Yep.
I mean, these seasons are just too long now.
Well-
all of them, except for the NFL.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. The best thing to do in baseball, and they won't.
Right.
They won't because the players aren't going to want to get money back.
Right.
Because right now the players are being paid for a 162 game season.
Right. Right.
So if you turn around and say, you know what, we're gonna, and here's what I think they should do. I would cut it down to 154 games,
Yeah, I mean, I still think that's a lot of games.
and I would have the wild card teams play a 3-game series.
Okay. Well, let's face it. That's what Major League Baseball ended up doing, was extending the playoffs as well.
Yeah, but they didn't extend it that much. You have the play-in game,
Right.
then you have the divisional round, championship round,
right.
and it's over.
Right. But
Where
what I'm saying is they still, instead of chopping games, they added more playoffs.
Yeah.
So now the season is starts in right around Easter and is now ending in November. Is the case.
But really, they only added one playoff game.
Yeah.
Where if you cut it down to 154.
Right.
See, and what I love this, I would love to see them do, and they'll never do it. I would love to see them cut it down to 154 games, and then the major holidays, Memorial Day,
Yeah.
4th of July, and Labor Day,
Labor Day. Yeah.
afternoon doubleheaders, one price.
Oh. Yeah. You mean 7-inning split attendance?
No,
split tickets.
Not,
and,
not split tickets.
no,
Just a
I know,
like
I
the
know.
old days when I was a
know.
kid.
No,
But they weren't 7-inning games. They
My
were
God,
9-inning
This
games.
is what I'm talking about. Let's shorten the games and have separate admissions.
No,
I mean, give me a break, man. I know. I know exactly what you're saying. They'll never go back to that.
You used to get a half hour between games.
Yeah.
There was no empty in the stadiums. There was no extra price. It was, and it was the holidays.
And I think some of the guys would come back out with dirty uniforms on still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really. I remember those days. It's just unheard of.
We won. Why am I going to change my uniform?
Right. The lucky thing is we're not changing our uniforms. Marty, I just want to change really quickly to basketball because UConn Hoops is starting up this week.
Yeah.
And you said when? The UConn women are actually...
UConn women are playing an exhibition game today. If I remember right, it's against Hayes.
Okay,
Hayes
did not
University.
have
It's
that.
an exhibition game. I know that.
Okay.
And then they have Arkansas. You said it was Sunday. I wasn't sure what day it was. But
Yes,
yeah.
Sunday they are hosting Arkansas, and they're number 2 in the preseason or whatever they call it, the preseason.
Well, it depends on which preseason poll you look at.
Right. I just looked it up fast on the internet, and it said that the women were number 2 and the men were number 24. So the men we know start tomorrow against Central Connecticut State University in New Britain, and that will be at Gamble Pavilion. And then Coppin State on Saturday. They're also hosting, and I didn't see if that was Gamble or Hartford Civic Center, but it's going to be good to have basketball back. College hoops. The NBA we're still kind of on the fence about, but we love our college hoops here in Connecticut.
When the NBA starts playing basketball the way it's supposed to be played, maybe I'll start watching it again.
Oh boy. Any basketball fans out there, we will still talk to you about basketball if you want to talk about it.
I can talk about it.
Yeah.
I know about it. I'll watch a little bit here and there. I can't sit and watch the whole game. It just
I agree.
Because it's all about 3 guys on a team, and the rest of the team really doesn't matter.
Right. No, listen, I agree with you. I think that a lot of teams, what they do is they get a big 1 and 2, and that's their team pretty much.
And the other problem is the NBA has changed all the rules so that if you play defense, they call a foul.
Oh, here's my thing, Marty, and I think even in college basketball we see too many blowing of the whistle. Everything's a foul.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's a foul in basketball, and I have a real issue with that.
But you know what the funny thing is? You watch the men's game, and you watch the women's game, and you never hear whistles.
Really, huh? In the women's game.
In the women's game,
Wow.
you're lucky if there's 6 fouls a game called.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, all right. We are down to 2 minutes. So, I definitely want to thank my brother and my father for calling in, and Big Al Coles for the help. His help has been immense the past 2 weeks just to get us going here again. And, I know we're going to have some flaws here and there. The phone's not working right, whatever. But you know what? It is just wonderful being back. It's great to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think the feed looks great on sky13.com as well. So please, spread the word. Anybody who's out there watching that we're back and that we want some viewers. And you're certainly welcome to call in as well, 203-753-7593. We'll certainly We'll do our best. We're fans like you, but we think we know something about sports.
Just a little.
A little bit. We've been watching a long time. Not to age ourselves. We've been watching a lot of sports for a long time. So, Marty, I guess we need to wrap it up. So, as always, thank you so much. The co-host, Marty Mad Dog Murphy. I'm Matt LaMadeline, and thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back next week. Thank you.
Yes.